we need to talk about the silent epidemic nobody mentions at the doctor's office. You turn 60, and suddenly, the world feels louder. The worries feel heavier. You might feel a tightness in your chest when the phone rings, or a sense of dread when you watch the news. Society tells you you're just getting grumpy, or set in your ways. They are wrong. What you are experiencing is a physiological shift. As we age, our body's ability to process stress hormones changes. Your fight or flight switch gets stuck in the on position. Today, we are going to manually turn that switch off. Make sure you stay with me through this one. Habit number 3 is the one that changes everything for most people. We are covering 5 daily habits that rewire your nervous system. These aren't just positive thinking. These are biological hacks. And habit number 3? It's something 90% of people actively avoid, yet it is the single most powerful tool for stopping panic in its tracks. Let's fix this. Let's start with a mechanism inside your body right now that acts as a literal brake pedal for anxiety. Scientists call it the vagus nerve. It connects your brain to your heart and your gut. When you are anxious, this nerve is asleep. We need to wake it up. Most people try to think their way out of anxiety. They tell themselves, "Calm down, it's fine." But that never works, does it? That's because the vagus nerve doesn't speak English. It speaks breath, but not just any breathing. There is a specific pattern that tricks your heart into slowing down. It's called the physiological sigh. Here is the protocol. You take 2 short inhales through the nose. Sniff, sniff, to pop open the air sacs in your lungs. Then you exhale long and slow through the mouth. The habit. Do this 3 times before you even get out of bed. You're physically forcing your biochemistry to shift from panic to peace before your feet hit the floor. Now that you're awake, you're facing a dangerous window of time, the first 30 minutes of your day. There is a hormone called cortisol. It's the stress hormone. Naturally, it spikes in the morning to wake you up. This is normal. But if you do one specific thing during this spike, you effectively inject anxiety into your veins for the next 12 hours. That mistake is information ingestion, checking the news, the weather, or your texts immediately. When you flood your brain with problems before it has anchored itself, you hijack that cortisol spike. You turn wakefulness into threat detection. The habit, the input fast. For the first 20 minutes of your day, no screens, no paper, no radio. Instead, get outside. Natural light in your eyes sets your circadian rhythm and buffers that cortisol spike. Give your brain permission to just be before you ask it to do. This brings us to number 3, the one most people ignore because it sounds absolutely crazy. If you suffer from anxiety, your instinct is to run away from the worry, to distract yourself, to push the thoughts down. But psychology tells us that what you resist persists. Pushing worries down is like holding a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it explodes. So, we are going to do the opposite. We are going to schedule our suffering. The habit. It's called the worry appointment. Pick a time, say 4 p.m. Set a timer for 15 minutes. During this time, you are allowed, even encouraged, to worry about everything. Write it all down. The health scares, the money, the kids. But the second that timer goes off, you stop. You say, "I'll worry about that tomorrow at 4. Why does this work? It moves the anxiety from a background hum that ruins your whole day to a contained event that you control. You aren't ignoring the problem, you're just filing it away. This channel is for people who want calm, clarity, and control as they age. If that's you, subscribing keeps these conversations going. Habit number 4 deals with the physical sensation of anxiety. The jitters, the shaking. This is adrenaline. It's fuel. Your body produced it because it thought you needed to run from a tiger. If you sit on the couch with that fuel, it turns into panic. You have to burn the fuel. The habit, the 5-minute burn. You don't need a gym. When you feel the tension rising, you must move. Walk briskly around the block. Dance to one song. Vacuum the rug vigorously. You're signaling to your ancient brain, I have escaped the tiger, I am safe now. The adrenaline dissipates, and the calm returns. Finally, habit number 5 helps us sleep, which is often when anxiety attacks the hardest. It is the gratitude bookend. Anxiety is your brain predicting a scary future. Gratitude is forcing your brain to acknowledge a safe present. Breathing to flip the switch, fasting from information, scheduling the worry, burning the adrenaline, and ending with gratitude. But even with these habits, there is one time of day that remains the biggest battleground for seniors: the night. If you can't sleep, you can't heal. I have developed a specific nighttime routine that cleans the toxins out of your brain while you dream. It's called the glymphatic rinse, and you can learn how to trigger it in this video right here.